Om Ajnanatimmirandhasya Gnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vishwam Vai Brahma Tanmatram Samsthitam Vishnu Mayaya Ishvarena Parichinnam Kalena Avyakta Murtina. So here Maitreya Rishi is further describing the influence of Kala, the influence of time. So first he is saying here, Vishwam Vai Brahma Tanmatram. What does this mean? Vishwam Vai Brahma Tanmatram. What is Brahma? Brahman, the Supreme Lord, is called Brahman. Vishwam Vai Brahma Tanmatram. Tanmatram means it is the same. What is same? Vishwam and Brahman. The Supreme Lord Himself is this Vishwam. Or this Vishwam itself is Brahman. Right? Vishwam Vai Brahma Tanmatram Samsthitam Vishnu Mayaya. By the energy of the Lord, Vishnu Mayaya, by the manifestation of energy of the Lord, this Vishwam is objectively situated. Samsthitam, Prabhupada translates as, it is situated as the objective manifestation of the Lord. So, it is the Supreme Lord. This Vishwam is nothing but Brahman. It is situated as objective manifestation of the Lord. How it is situated? By Vishnu Mayaya, by the energy of the Supreme Lord. Even though the Supreme Lord is Brahman and this Vishwam is also Brahman, but still this Vishwam is Ishvarena Parichinnam. Parichinnam means separated. Still this Vishwam is separated from the Lord. It is the Supreme Lord. This Vishwam is also Brahman, but it is separated from the Supreme Lord. And what has made it separated? Kalena Avyakta Murtina. It is this time energy of the Lord, Kala, which is also called as Avyakta Murtina, which is the impersonal feature of the Supreme Lord. This Kala, this time energy, has separated this Vishwam from the Supreme Lord, even though it is Brahman itself. So, there are two things which are discussed, two very important factors which are discussed in this. verse. What is it? We saw just now, what are the two things? Time is the impersonal aspect of the Lord which separates this material manifestation from the Lord. Another? Is that this material manifestation is Brahman itself. So we will just try to understand this. It's quite interesting to understand. Actually, there are three different type of people who understand this cosmic manifestation in three different ways. The atheist, materialist, they see it completely disconnected from the Lord. Actually, because Kala has separated it from the Lord, it looks like this, as if it has no connection with the Lord. Where is the Lord controlling this cosmic manifestation? Everything seems to be happening by itself. Sun is rising by itself. Seasons are changing by themselves. Isn't it? People are born, living entities are born, they are dying by themselves. Where is God involved? So, why does it appear like this? The explanation is given here. Karudadaja. Why does it appear like this? That there is no one involved. Everything is happening by itself. Yes, because by the impersonal energy of the Lord, Kala, this material world is separated from the Lord. But even though it may be separated, it is His energy. Where in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna claims this cosmic manifestation, all the ingredients which has built this cosmic manifestation, that is my energy. Bhumir apo nalavayu khana khama mana buddhi revacha. Bhinna, Krishna says, what does he say? Bhinna prakriti me ashtadha. So there also Krishna uses that similar word, bhinna prakriti. It is separated from me. So now we understand when Krishna is saying it is separated from me, what separates it? Kala separates this material energy from the Supreme Lord. So this is one kind of people. Atheistic people, they are not able to see the reality because of influence of Kala. They are in illusion. They cannot see it is energy of the Lord. They see it separated from the Lord. So they don't recognize. They think everything is happening by itself. There is no God involved. Isn't it? That is what they reach the conclusion. Then there are another spiritualist, the impersonalist. They reach another conclusion. The conclusion of atheist is God is not in picture. Everything is completely independent. It is all existing by itself. No one is controller. Isn't it? Impersonalists reach completely different kind of conclusion. Atheists are on one side of the conclusion. Impersonalists are on the other side of extreme conclusion. What is their conclusion? Their conclusion is, this separatedness, what you are seeing is illusion. There is no separate God. This Vishwam itself is God. I am Brahman, you are Brahman, everything is Brahman. Isn't it? Worshipper and worship, at spiritual level there is no difference. At material level there may be difference. You are worshipping somebody till you become that worshipped one. That's all. Then there is no difference. So they reach an extreme other conclusion. Atheist conclusion is no God involved. And impersonalist conclusion is, this is God. Everything is God. You are God, I am God. That's how they address each other as Narayan. And they quote that famous shloka from the Vedas. Sarvam khalau idam brahman. Everything is Brahman. It so happened, once there was an impersonalist guru and he had a disciple. So the guru was teaching the same philosophy. Everything is Brahman. And he quoted this verse. Sarvam khalau idam Brahman. So the disciple wanted to understand this philosophy. And he wanted to practically see the effect of this philosophy. That yes, everything is Brahman. So then he went around. He was walking on the road and he said, now I will test that everything is Brahman, everything is God. So there was an elephant coming from the opposite side. And the elephant, there was a mahout sitting on him. So this disciple wanted to test and see whether this elephant is also Brahman. So he stood there in the middle of the road thinking, no, I am also God, he is also God. So nothing is going to happen. And the mahout is shouting from the top, get aside from the road, get aside from the road. And he is not listening. No, this elephant is God, he is Brahman, I am also Brahman. And so what happened? The elephant came, wrapped him in his trunk and threw him aside. And he broke his leg. Then he went to his guru. Guru, you taught me everything is Brahman. So Guru said, fool, if elephant is Brahman, that mahout is also Brahman, no? So that other Brahman is telling you to get aside from the road. Why didn't you get aside? So this is their philosophy, this is their understanding of Brahman. So they think the elephant is also Brahman, the mahout is also Brahman, I am also Brahman, everything is Brahman. This is their understanding. What is the devotee's understanding? What is Vaishnava's understanding of Sarvam Khalau Idam Brahman? What does it mean? Everything is Brahman, meaning everything is the manifestation of the Supreme Lord in His varieties of energies. As Krishna is very clearly saying in Bhagavad Gita, there are two different kinds of energies we can see even in this material world. Bhumi, Rapa, Nala, Vayu. That is one kind of energy and Krishna calls it as Apara. It is inferior energy. And then Krishna talks about there is another energy, superior energy. Jiva Bhutam Mahabaho Yayedam Dharayet Jagat. The living entities, the spirit, soul, they are superior energy of the Lord. So devotee's understanding is that, as Prabhupada is quoting, that as stated previously by Narada to Veda Vyasa, Idam hi Vishwam Bhagavan Ivetaraha, nearly the same verse. Vishwam vai Brahmatan Matram. The first line And there is no difference. Sarvam khalau ida Brahman or Vishwam vai Brahma tanmatram, or as Narada explained to Vedavyasa, idam hi Vishwam Bhagavan ivetaraha. This cosmic manifestation is the Supreme Lord Himself. How it is Himself? How it is? It is the manifestation of the Supreme Lord as material energy separated by Kala. That is how is the real understanding, a proper understanding of this material world. As we can see, Maitreya Rishi is also describing similarly. How it is the Supreme, how it is the manifestation of the Supreme Lord? It is manifestation of the Supreme Lord separated by Kala. Now, a very important application of this understanding we will try to understand. How do the devotees apply this understanding? Actually, this is the reason you will find that the impersonalist, they try to give up everything, thinking it to be illusion or material. So they think that the activities we perform, they're all illusory. This material manifestation, it is illusory. So what is the conclusion they try to come to? Activities are causing suffering. Right? So what is the best thing? Desires are causing activities, and activities are causing suffering. So what is the root cause? Desires. So what should we do? Become desireless. Give up all desires. Give up all activities. This is their application of Sarvam Khalau Idam Brahman. Everything is Brahman. This is there. So if everything is Brahman, we have to get out of this material conception. To get out of material conception and to come to the point of Brahman, what should you do? Give up all desires, give up all activities. This is their understanding. Devotee's understanding is not this. So what was the devotee's understanding? That this is manifestation of the Lord's energy. It is not the Lord has become transformed into this Vishwam. It is His energy which has become transformed. So what is the conclusion a devotee reaches? What is the application for a devotee? See, there are different applications. Now you can see. Karmi, reduce the volume, it's too much vibrating. Karmis, their understanding is there is no God involved. Everything is happening by itself. Right? So their understanding is after life, there is nothing existing. There is no soul. Everything is matter. So they are on one extreme. Everything is material. So what is the use? Just try to enjoy the life to your best extent. This is the conclusion they reach. By what understanding? Because there is no one. There is no life after this. Everything is matter. There is no spirit. Mayavadi's understanding is everything is spirit and everything is that Brahman. And now we are in illusion because of activities, because of desires. So give up all those activities. See, completely different conclusion. Materialist wants to enjoy the life to the fullest extent with all kinds of varieties of activities. And negation of this is impersonalist understanding. They want to deny all activities, they want to deny all desires. and just merge in that Brahman. This is their understanding. Why they come to that understanding? They come to that understanding is, I am also Brahman, actually everything is Brahman. What I am seeing material is not material, it is illusion. So they come to this conclusion. Devotee's understanding is not this. What is devotee's understanding? It is Brahman, but there is Supreme Brahman. And Brahman and Supreme Brahman are at present separated by Kala. And when I am trying to enjoy this separated Brahman, the result of enjoying the separated Brahman is I become illusioned. I am captured in bondage. So what is required is to have a proper vision, to clear our misconception. What is the misconception? That actually this is separated. Actually everything is related to the Supreme Lord. Prabhupada gives the example, just like even though my voice is separated from me through a cassette, it is my voice. That you cannot deny it. It is my voice. It has no independent existence as such. Without me, where is the question of my voice in a cassette? So how can you separate in that sense? It is related to me, even though it may be physically separated like that, but it has no independent existence. Devotees understand this. Simultaneously, it is different from the Lord, but it is also one with the Lord. It is all energy of the Lord. And Prabhupada gives an example. The same separated energy, the moment you employ in His service, it is one with the Supreme Lord. It becomes spiritualized. Actually, for the Supreme Lord, there is nothing material. It is separated for us. It is material for us. And when you think it is separated, it will have material effect. The moment you identify, no, it is one with the Lord, and you engage it in the service of the Lord, it regains its spiritual nature and it will not affect you materially at all. This is the philosophy. This is the understanding. Prabhupada gives a wonderful example. Just like an iron rod. Iron rod may not look like fire, but constantly if you keep it in touch with fire, this will also act as fire. It is as good as fire. Similarly, this separated material energy, the moment you employ, you put it in fire of Krishna consciousness, you employ in service of the Lord, this also acts spiritually, regains its spiritual nature, and it will not bind us anymore. So what is required is not to stop our desires, not to stop our activities, rather to purify our desires, to purify our activities. Spiritualize our desires, spiritualize our activities by being constantly in touch with Krishna consciousness. This is what is required. And we can see so many great examples, practical examples of this. The Pandavas were ruling a huge kingdom, great kingdom. They were the emperor of the whole world. But they never separated whatever they were ruling from the Lord. They always engaged that in the service of the Lord. What is the difference between Duryodhana and the Pandavas? Duryodhana separated his energy, separated the energy of the Lord from the Lord. No, this is meant for my enjoyment. Pandavas, they understood, this is not my father's property, this is property of the Supreme Lord. Isn't it? It is not meant for my enjoyment. It is meant for serving the Lord. And we find that even after ruling this whole huge kingdom, they were never materially affected. Duryodhana was so attached to that property, even though it was not his property. Illegally acquired property, he was so much attached, not ready to give up. Even after begging so much, he was not ready to give up. Right? Krishna personally went, asked him, give at least 5 villages. No, even that much he is not ready to give. Illegally occupied property he is so much attached to. Legally it was Pandava's property, and we find they were so much detached. Arjuna is saying, my dear Krishna, not required. I don't want all these things. They don't want to give 5 villages? No problem. We will live in the forest. Earlier also, for so many years we were living in the forest. What does it matter? See, why? They never thought it is my father's property. They always thought it is Krishna's property. So they were completely detached in that sense. So you can see the difference. How a devotee acts when he is acting in the material world. Prabhupada used to give that example that if you go to a road and you find there is a purse lying with 100 rupees note, Karmi will come and he will think it is meant for my enjoyment. They are called as Bhogi. It is not his property. It is just like that Duryodhana illegally occupying, taking away that property and trying to enjoy. Another person comes, yogi comes. He says, what it has got to do with me? Why I should get entangled? Not mine. Why I should take botheration? Forget it. Isn't it? And he goes away, walks away. And then devotee comes. He sees there is a purse lying. He picks it up. Somebody watching may look like he is calling himself devotee, but like Karmi, he is picking up the purse. And he also takes out 100 rupee note. And he also is spending. But he is spending for the person to whom it belongs to. Or he returns it to that person. This is the difference. Bhogi, they try to enjoy this material world, thinking God is not involved. Isn't it? Yogi or a Jnani, they try to give up this material world, thinking it is illusion. But a devotee of the Lord understands. It is temporary, it is not illusion. And because of thinking this temporary to be mine, we are caught in this world, we are suffering. The moment I understand this is not meant for me, this is meant for service of Krishna, immediately the nature of material energy changes. Finished. The nature of Kala changes. Everything changes completely. Why? Because originally they are Krishna's energy. For him there is no difference. Kala or Prakriti cannot influence a devotee who is serving the Supreme Lord. Their nature themselves changes. Just like iron kept in fire changes the nature. It also becomes fire. So that's why Prabhupada is giving that assurance to the devotees that in order to propagate Krishna consciousness, we have to come in touch with material energy. Material energy will bind us when we think it is separated from the Lord and it is meant for my enjoyment. You see, it's a very simple understanding. To whom the energy belongs, it is meant for his enjoyment. Isn't it very simple thing? Suppose, let me give you an example. Suppose you are having a garden, you are growing fruits in it, isn't it? It is your garden, it is meant for you. Not that I pluck away the fruits and I try to enjoy, then I am called as a thief. So when Krishna is claiming this is my energy, we should understand it is meant for his enjoyment. Isn't it? And the moment we try to return everything in the service of the Lord, immediately the Maya cannot capture us. The Maya will not bewilder the living entity. Because it loses its material aspect altogether. It becomes spiritualized. So that's why Prabhupada says, even though we may come in touch with material energy, management and so many things, but that will not bind a devotee. And that is how we can see, as it is given in the Vedic literature, great personalities like Rupa Goswami, they have given us this important principle. Anything which is related to the Lord should not be given up. Rather, it should be fully utilized in the service of the Lord. And then, by doing so, whatever material aspects are there, they will not touch a devotee. Rather, by utilizing all of them, the devotee becomes liberated, even while staying in the material world, even while living in this material body. So, this is how we can understand the difference between a devotee's approach of understanding the reality, the truth, the karmi's understanding, and the impersonalist's understanding. So we'll stop with this. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.